बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणी भगवती मष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवत् गीते भवद्वेषु। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैल पूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीप। प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोतवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञान मुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृत दुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोण तथा जयद्रथ जला गांधार नीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला। अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पांडवैरण नदी कैवर्तक केशवः। पाराशर्य वचः सरोज ममलम गीतार्थ गंधोत्कटम नानाख्यानक केसरम हरिकथा संबोधना बोधितम्। लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुलंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुतमनुतस्तुन्वन्ति देवैः सवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमो परिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बोल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। आज शक्ति दुर्गा महारानी की जय। बोल राधा रानी की जय। आदरणीय वंदनीय पंडित गण, विप्र मंडली, प्रिय सज्जनों, प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, महानुभाव, most worshipable पंडित, पंडित आनंद जी, पंडित चैत्राम महाराज, पंडित सत्यानंद महाराज, other पंडित्स, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and every one, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to each and every one of you. Also, to our viewers who have seen us live tonight and listening to us live also, through the medium of Bhakti TV, Facebook, YouTube, 106.1 FM, Radio Jagrati, Jagrati TV, etc. To all of you also, very special Radhe Radhe, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Very special thank you to SDMS and Radio Jagrati, TV Jagrati, to the Satya Anand Ashram, Pandit Satyanand Maharaj and Bhakti TV, and to 106.1 FM, who all taken, to the kind courtesy of many, many wonderful sponsors. I want to thank all the sponsors for making this possible through all this medium of TV, radio, and social media, that we can, so many souls can benefit throughout the world from this wonderful Geeta Path. Tonight we are in Jerningham Junction, with the home of the departed mother of Pandit Chaitram Maharaj of New York City, New York. This is the 6-month anniversary, and Panditji decided to have Geeta Path and Godan in the memory of his departed mother, and for the blessing of that soul, departed soul, to have, which is recommended by the Vedas and scriptures and our saints and sages. So tonight we'll begin 4 sessions of Geeta Path. On Saturday we'll be having Godan, Shraddh, Godan, and the final session of Geeta Path. So hopefully everyone will join us. We're invited to come also at the home. Later on I'll give the address again, the correct address, so we can all come and participate. We can see live on TV and listen, but there's something different and special when we come and participate live. So there's something very special about this. Our Bhai Chris, I think Bimal ji is there with Jagrati TV. Well, thank you very much at the controls. Of course, Pandit Satyanand Maharaj at the controls and his team at the controls of Bhakti TV. We begin tonight with Bhajan Kirtan, as we want to get our mind set and bring our mind focus, bringing that divinity into our mind, bringing the peace of the presence of Bhagwan as we begin, before we hear the discourse, before we begin Geeta Path. In the booklets you have, if you can see one, on page 4, beautiful bhajan, kirtan written by Jagat Guru Tam, Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. Tu hi to hai, mera Nanda Nandan, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन. There's a prayer we say, everyone knows this prayer. If as a Hindu we know no other prayer, we know one prayer. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhush cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvam ev. Tvam means in Sanskrit you or tu in Hindi. Ev, he in Hindi. or alone in English. So we say to God in this prayer, O Lord, you alone are my mother, you alone are my father. My, meaning the soul, Atma. Tonight we'll hear a little more about the path in the Geeta Path, about who we really are. And why it is so important for us to realize who we are. So, I, the soul, Atma, not body, soul, Atma. You alone are the mother of me, the soul, Atma. You alone are my father, you alone are my friend. You alone are my knowledge, you alone are my wealth. You alone are my everything. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Because I am the Atma, Jeev, the soul. This essence of this beautiful kirtan, as we all will join in singing. Tu hi tu hai, mera nand nandan. Mai bhi to, tera nand nandan. Tu hi. Everyone, let's start. Let's sing. Oh, tu hi to hai, mera nand nandan. Mai bhi to, tera nand nandan. Tu hi. Of course, Nandan Nandan means Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda Baba, the supreme father of the universe, who formed such a divine Leela. He who is the father of all beings became the son of someone, Nanda Baba. So he is known as Nandan Nandan, Yashoda Nandan, Dashrath Nandan, Kaushilya Nandan. You alone are mine, my Lord. And I am also yours. I cannot be alone. There are uncountable souls in the universe that belong to you. So I am also yours. Oh, tu hi to hai, mera nand nandan. Mai bhi to, tera nand nandan. Tu hi. Tu hi mera, Swami Nand Nandan. Tu hi mera, tu hi mera, Sakha Nand Nandan. Tu hi mera, Sut Nand Nandan. Tu hi mera, Piya Nand Nandan. Tu hi mera, oh, tu hi to hai, mera Nand Nandan. Mai bhi to, tera Nand Nandan. Tu hi. Tu hi meri gati mati, rati nand nandan. Tere siva mera koi nahi nand nandan. Tere siva mera koi nahi nand nandan. Tu hi mama mata pita, bhrata nand nandan. Tu hi mama mata pita, bhrata nand nandan. O tera hi kaha hua hai, yah nand nandan. Tera hi kaha hua hai, yah nand nandan. O tu hi to hai, mera nand nandan. Mai bhi to, tera nand nandan. Tu hi. तेरा सब कुछ ही है, तेरा नंद नंदन मेरा सब कुछ ही है, तेरा नंद नंदन। ओ तेरा सब कुछ ही है, मेरा नंद नंदन। तेरा सब कुछ ही है, मेरा नंद नंदन। माना मैं हूँ अति पतित नंद नंदन। माना मैं हूँ अति पतित नंद नंदन। तू भी तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन। तू भी तो आगे तू ही मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन। तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन। माना मैंने भक्ति किया नहीं नंद नंदन। माना मैंने भक्ति किया नहीं नंद नंदन। तू तो बिनु है तू सभी नंद नंदन। तू तो बिनु है तू सभी नंद नंदन। माना मैं हूँ सब विधि दोषी नंद नंदन। माना मैं हूँ सब विधि दोषी नंद नंदन। ओ तू तो है कृपालु कृपा करू नंद नंदन। तू तो है कृपालु कृपा करू नंद नंदन। ओ तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन। तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन। ओ मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अब जीवात्मा की असलियत, मैं कौन हूं, ये कथा है। अब इसकी शुरुआत है, क्योंकि हम लोग की अज्ञानता से अपने को भूल गया कि मैं कौन हूं। So today katha is starting with the point of who am I, because we people have forgotten who we are. भूल गए। There's a beautiful Ved mantra. द्वा सुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिकस्व जाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादत्य नश्नं नन्य विकाक्षेति। Shvetashvatara chapter 4 verse 6. This Ved mantra, the exact translation of this Ved mantra is given in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana. Suparna vetau sadrishau sakhayau yadichhayaitau kitanidau cha vrikshe ekastayo khadati pippalana manyo niranno pibalena bhuya. Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana 11 canto 11 chapter 6 verse. भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने से to उद्धव कि उद्धव, एक पेड़ है, उस पेड़ में दो पक्षी बैठे, एक पक्षी है जीवात्मा और एक पक्षी है परमात्मा। Bhagwan Shri Krishna is saying to Uddhav, this is exact translation of Ved mantra, that there is a tree, Briksh. On the tree there are two birds sitting. One bird is Jivatma, the individual soul. One bird is Paramatma, Bhagavan. The position of the two birds are like this. एक पक्षी ने दूसरे को पीट किया. One bird has turned the back to the other bird. One bird is eating the bitter fruits of the tree and suffering. The other bird looks on quietly, doesn't disturb, just takes note of the thoughts and ideas and punishes or rewards accordingly and keeps hoping. My child is looking for happiness and happiness is right behind him. All he has to do is make a right about turn, left about turn. So, this is a Jivatma. We people, individual soul. This is Bhagavan. These two birds are sitting in our heart. Hriday mein. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriday sheduna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yanta rudhani mayaya. Gita chapter 18 verse 61, Shri Krishna says, God sits in the heart of every living being. So both of them are sitting very close, about pass. The tree is the world, yes, sansar, and the fruits of the tree are the objects of the world. Because this Jivatma has forgotten who we are, and the reason is Maya. Because of Maya, we have forgotten who we are, that I am the soul Atma. From beginningless time, we'll hear in the Gita, we have identified with this physical body. And because of that, we have been searching for happiness where it cannot be found in the material world. Instead of getting happiness, we get pain and suffering. So here I'll start the Katha, chapter 2, verse 16. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah. Ubhayorapi drishtontas tvanayos tattvadarshibhi. Gita chapter 2, verse 16. जो असत है, इसके भाव नहीं हो सकते. और जो सत्य है, इसका अभाव नहीं हो सकते. ये दोनों जो सत्य को देखते हैं, मतलब जो संत है, वही इन दोनों को देख सकते हैं. So this verse from the Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 16 is saying, that which is unreal, asat, is referring to the body. This body keeps changing. So it is considered not to be real. It can never be existent. It keeps changing all the time. It doesn't keep one form, one shape. And that which is real, sat, this is referring to Jivatma, soul, can never become non-existent. In other words, it never changes. It keeps the same form all the time. It never changes. Kabhi badalte nahi. And both of these are seen only by the knowers of truth. In other words, they can be seen only by the saints. Those who have the correct eyes. Avinashi tu tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinashamavya yasyasya nakaschit kartumarhati. Chapter 2, verse 17, Gita. एक तत्व है, ये पूरे शरीर में व्याप्त है. हमारे जो शरीर है, ये पूरे शरीर में एक तत्व व्याप्त है. और वो तत्व है अविनाशी है. इसका नाश कभी नहीं हो सकता. So this verse is very beautiful. This verse is saying, in this body of ours, which is a material thing, is made of 5 elements. We are told in the Ramayana, क्षिति जल पावक गगन समीरा पंच रचित या अधम शरीरा जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। हाँ, क्षिति जल पावक गगन समीरा। क्षिति मीन्स अर्थ, जल water, पावक fire, gagan space, samira wind. This body panch rachit yah adham sarira. This body we have, the adham sarira, very dirty body, is made of 5 elements. It's very dirty but very valuable. ये देवता लोग प्रार्थना करते हैं, बड़े भाग्य मानुष तनु पावा, सुर दुर्लभ सद ग्रंथ निगावा. Bhagwan Shri Ram is sent to the residence of Ayodhya. It is the greatest fortune for the soul to acquire birth in the human form. Even Devatas, Sur, Devatas, Agni, the god of fire, Indra, the king of heaven, the god of rain. Today he played some havoc on us. Indra, Vayu, the god of wind. These devatas, they are praying and begging for birth in the human form and cannot get it. So valuable, but it's very dirty. And it's made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. It's destructible. The soul, having come into this body, makes it seems conscious. ऐसा लगता है कि चेतन है, लगता है. It seems as though it is conscious. But it's all because of the soul, jeev. The word jeev, what is jeev? The word jeev means जो स्वयं जीवित है और दूसरे को जीवित कर सकते. The word jeev, which means the soul, atma, the meaning of that word jeev means which is itself is conscious, alive, and which gives life or consciousness to whatever it goes into. So when the soul comes into this body, it becomes conscious. The eyes can see, the ears can hear, the nose can smell, the tongue can taste, the skin can touch. So much things we can do. We can quarrel, we can fight, eat, drink, all. और जब जीव निकल गए, and when the soul leaves, consciousness leaves. Everything is still there. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, twacha, skin. Everything is there. We can't see, we can't hear, we can't smell, we can't touch, nothing. Because that consciousness has left. Jivatma. Again, Bhagwan Shri Ram says in the Ramayana, आकर 4,84,000 योनि भ्रमत यह जीव अविनाशी. जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. हाँ, अब कुछ लोग सोचते हैं भाई गीता के लिए सुनने आया और ये रामायण सुनाते हैं. Some may be thinking, I've come to hear Geeta Path and he's singing Ramayana. अब देखो 3 गीता है प्रसिद्ध. There are 3 गीता. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what we read in, which is from Mahabharata. There's a Gita in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. Udho Gita. Udho is questioning, just as Arjuna is questioning here, and Bhagwan Shri Krishna is given answer in 11 canto of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. There's Udho Gita. And there's a Gita in the Ramayana. Ek baar Raghunath bulaye, Guru Dvij Purvasi sab aaye. In Uttarkhand of the Ramayana, once in 11,000 years, once, ek baar, Bhagwan Shri Ram called everyone in Ayodhya. Guru Dvij Pur, or Brahman, Guru, everyone he called. Purvasi, sab. He called everyone and he gave a lecture. So since Bhagwan is given lecture, so this is also called Ram Gita. The section of the Ramayana where Bhagwan is given the discourse, this is called Ram Gita. So it's still Gita. Bhagwan ke shabd hai. He is saying. So Bhagwan is saying, Bhagwan Shri Ram, the same Shri Ram, the same Shri Krishna, don't see any difference. Wahi hai. The same Shri Ram who came in the age of Treta came as Bhagwan Shri Krishna in Dwapar. So here Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, Akar chari lakh chaurasi yoni brahmat yah jiva avinashi. The jeev, the soul is avinashi. Indestructible. That's what Gita is saying. Avinash tu tad. See, both are using the same word. Just Bhagwan Krishna is saying here, Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying the same thing in the Ramayana. The Jivatma, the soul is avinashi, means indestructible, eternal, sanatan. Never had a beginning, will never have an end. But it keeps rotating. Brahmat means it keeps rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. 84 lakh yoni. Because of our karma, our action. We can finish it. But first thing, we have to know, we have to realize that knowledge has to come. Main kaun hu. The first thing we have to do is to find out that knowledge has to come. Who am I? Up to now, the reason why we keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life, because we don't know who we are. We identify with the physical body. That knowledge has to come, that I am the soul, Atma, which is a fraction, a part of God. Mamaivansho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatana. Chapter 15, verse 7, Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna says the Jivatma, the individual souls, are eternal, sanatan, eternal parts, fraction of Him. Everywhere is saying the same thing. So, avinashi, ye jeev hai. So, it is indestructible. Anantavanta ime deha nitya yoktah sharirinah anashino pramelyasya tasmad yudhyasva bharata. Chapter 2, verse 18, Gita. ये सब एक एक गीता श्लोक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. Every shlok in the Gita is so important. So much knowledge is filled. The Bhagwan ki shabd, this is Bhagwan's words. We can take one of these shlok of Gita and lecture for days. So much is filled in there. Of course, we're not going to do that briefly. But there's lots in there. So here also, Ananta ime deha nitya yukto sharirini. Shariri. तो एक शरीर होते हैं, एक शरीरी. So one is sharir, this body we have, and one is shariri. The thing that has that body is called a shariri. So shariri means soul, atma. Sharir means body. So here also another word is being used, deha. Deha. So this material body इसका अंत भी है, इसका आदि भी है, अंत भी है. Antavant, Deha. This body is destructible. It has a beginning, it has an end. Jata sudro mito dhruvam janma mitasya cha. Chapter 2, verse 27, Gita. Shri Krishna says, that which takes birth must die, and that which die must take birth. This body takes birth. We don't. Listen, you will hear this now. Body, ye sharir. So this has a beginning. So it has an end. It is destructible. लेकिन शरीरी, the soul, Atma, ये है नित्य योक्ता. Nitya means is forever. The word nitya means forever. The same meaning as Sanatan. Forever. It never had a beginning, will never have an end. So the shariri, which is in the deha, that is indestructible. It is forever. Anashino prameyasya. And it can never be destroyed. Anashino. Therefore, Arjun, knowing that the soul, who we really are, we're not the body, the soul, cannot be destroyed. You cannot kill anyone, in other words. Arjun didn't want to fight the war. Gandivam sansate hasta tyakchaiva paridahyate nacha shakno me vasthatum brahmati vachame manah. Arjun had told Sri Krishna to bring his chariot in the middle, madhye. Bhagwan ne kaha, kyun? Why? I want to see who I'm going to fight with. Are pehle nahi jante? Didn't you know before? But I want to see. Kaun kon aaye? Who has come to fight with me? Bhagwan said, okay. So he took the chariot of Arjun in the middle. At the moment Arjun is seen, everyone there, Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, Guru, the grandsire, relatives, cousins, suddenly something happens. Gandivam, his Gandiv, the bow, falls, slips from the hand. He says, hey Krishna, my mind is full of confusion. My skin is burning with fire. And I'm unable to even stand steady. मैं खड़े नहीं हो सकता. एवं मुक्त्वा अर्जुनः संखे रथोपस्थमुपाविशत् विसृज्य शशरं चापं शोक संविघ्नमानसः. Chapter 1, verse 47, Gita. Having said this, Arjun threw down the bow and arrow, फेंक दिया नीचे, sat down on the seat of the chariot and said, I am not going to fight. मैं युद्ध नहीं करूंगा. मैं युद्ध नहीं करूंगा. भगवान said, hey Bhagwan, अरे Arjun, you're the one who came and told me you want to fight. भगवान सो रहे थे द्वारिका में. भगवान was sleeping or pretending to sleep. भगवान की लीला is लीला, divine pastime. He knew Arjun and Duryodhan was going to come. Bhagwan bhavishya bhi dekhte hai. He also sees future, past, present, future. Bhutkal, vartaman or bhavishya. Teen kal. He can see past, present, future. This is Bhagwan. So Bhagwan, Arjun came first and he said, I want to see Shri Krishna. They said, okay, he's sleeping, but you can go sit quietly. So Arjun came, he saw the Lord sleeping, he did pranam. In his mind, he didn't touch him and sat down by his feet. Charan mein baith gaya. His lotus feet. Duryodhan also came. Duryodhan also announced, hey, I want to meet Krishna. In the most arrogant way. What a Raja, he's king. Are, he's sleeping, bhaiya. Are, I want to see him. Okay, go, but don't wake him up, please. He's a king after all. So Duryodhan came, he saw Arjun sitting. He could have sat by the feet also, but he went and sat by the head. So sir par baith gaya. Because I am king, I don't sit by anybody's feet. Abhiman, ego. भगवान पर तो ऐसे एक्टिंग कर रहे थे, लीला. Bhagavan was really not sleeping. He was acting like this. He waited for a little while, then he yawned. And then he looked in front of him, because he was lying on his back. अब सबसे पहले क्या देखेंगे? When you look in front, you're going to see the person in front of you. Hare Arjun! कैसे आया? How did you come, Arjun? Good to see you, भाई. वो सखा है, his friend. Our cousin भी है. He's also his cousin. So in the general, like a friend, he just said, "Hey Arjun, how have you come?" Arjun said, "Krishna, there has been, something has happened. Our kingdom has been taken away. We were promised after banishment in the forest, and we observe all the rule, we will get back everything. But when we went to Duryodhan, he said, I'm not going to give you land even equal to the head of a pin. So we have decided to fight war. And I have come for your help." Duryodhan said, "I also want your help." Shri Krishna said, okay. ठीक है, दोनों आया. But I saw Arjun first. So look, there are two things. On one side, me alone. I will not hold any weapon, nishastra. I'm not going to hold any weapon. I'll just be on your side. So on one side, me alone, no weapon. On the other side, my entire army with weapon. Arjun, I saw you first. You choose. आप चुन लो. Duryodhan about to चिंतित हो गए. Duryodhan became very worried. And he's hoping, I hope he doesn't ask for the army. What I'm going to do with this Krishna without weapon? Duryodhan, of course, he didn't know who Krishna was. What I'm going to do with him? Make talkari? अब भाजी बनाएंगे. क्या करेंगे? अब alone, no weapon. So he's hoping, oh, please take Krishna. So Arjun said, hey Krishna, I want you. This means Arjun knew who Krishna was. Why would he take someone? You've been offered the entire army with all the weapon, and one side, one fella, nothing, no weapon. Just to have a nice conversation while you're fighting. So he knew. Duryodhan was very happy. Bhaiya, thank you. I will take the army. Anyhow, so Shri Krishna said, but you came there, you told me to fight, and now you're not going to fight. Kyun? Kyun? Arjun said, hey Krishna, my elders, gurus, teachers, relatives are going to die in this war. Women will become widows, characterless. Children will become orphans. This is a very bad action for which I'll have to go to hell. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta yache yasya nishitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Chapter 2 verse 7. Arjun says, hey Krishna, please guide me on the right course of action. What I should do? For I am unable to decide on the right course of action due to the extreme bewilderment of my mind. I seek your guidance as your fully surrendered disciple. Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. He knows who Krishna. You're my guru. You will make anyone guru. So here, because of this confusion in the mind of Arjun, in our mind, to clarify our mind, our doubts, Arjun didn't have a doubt. Actually, Arjun, descension of Nara Narayan. But in the scriptures, just like Uddhav and Shri Krishna, Janamay Jai, and Vedavyas, etc., Ramanand and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna, Arjun, Narad and Shri Ram, Bharatji and Shri Ram, Lakshman and Shri Ram, many places. One, both are all knowing. One is Mahapurush saint, one is Bhagwan. Both are all knowing. When one becomes a saint, everything Bhagwan has, he gives to that soul. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Chapter 10, verse 10, Gita. Everything he has, he gives. Every power. So where's the difference? If I have a wallet with 10 $10 bills, and I have another wallet with a single $100 bill, is there a difference? No. So saint and Bhagwan is one. Naradji says in Narad Bhakti Sutra, Tasmins tajjane bheda bhavat. There's no difference between God and the saint. But in order for us to teach us and remove our doubts, like Parikshit and Shukdev in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Parikshit attained Shri Krishna in the womb. When the Brahmastra was sent to destroy Parikshit, Ashwatthama sent that Brahmastra. Bhagavan went in the womb and protected Parikshit. He saw Shri Krishna, the divine form. When he came out, he kept staring. Where's that fella I saw inside there? That's how we got the name Parikshit. He already attained Bhagavan inside the womb. Yet he's pretending to be totally ignorant. So the questions we would ask, they ask it. So one becomes the student, one becomes the teacher, guru. And the question is asked by the student, the guru gives the answer, we get the answer. This is it. In all the scriptures. And this is what Arjun is saying. I don't know who I am, like how we don't know who we are. He's suffering. He cannot fight. He had taken the decision to come and fight this war, but he cannot do anything. He's totally confused. So Shri Krishna is given this divine knowledge. Because Arjun had made the request. He didn't say, I am your friend, advise me. He could have. Sakha hai, he's his friend. And he could have said, you're my cousin. They are? No, he said, you are my guru. Please tell me what I should do. So he made Bhagwan his guru. Pehle guru banaya. And then he questioned. So, Shri Krishna is saying, soul is indestructible. It cannot be destroyed. It's beginningless, Sanatan. This body is destroyed. If we are the body, then you should grieve. But we're not the body. We're soul, Atma. This body has a time. Everything about it is already determined. Ayuh karma cha vittam cha vidyani dhanam eva cha panchaitani siddhyante garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. Hitopadesh. The scripture says, Ayu, duration of life, how long we live for. Karma, what kind of interest we'll have. Whether we want to be a teacher, a doctor, an engineer, garbage man, whatever. Wit, how much wealth will come easily. Because I have given dhan, charity, that's how you get wealth. We don't get wealth by doing lakar patch or trying to trickery and someone has 3 jobs and the month come, he just paying bill, he can't have any money, no saving. Dhan, when we give dhan, charity, that multiplies and comes back as well. It's so important to give, especially in the Kali Yuga. In the Ramayana, Tulsidas tells us, Doha. Put a little more volume in the
प्रगट चारि पर धर्म के, कलिमल एक प्रधान। हो रामा कलिमल एक प्रधान। ये न के न विधि दीनेऊ, दान करे कल्याण। हो रामा दान करे कल्याण। सियावर रामचंद्र कर जय शरणम, शंकर हरिओ जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। प्रगट चारि पद धर्म के। Dharma has 4 principles. Pad, 4 principles on which it stands. जो खरे हैं। सत्य, दया, शौच और दान। Satya, truthfulness. Daya, compassion. Shauch, purity. Doesn't mean taking a bath. Purity in thought. Vichar, shuddh. Shuddh vichar. And dan, charity. So this has existed in its abundance in Satyug, also in Treta Yug, more or less in Dwapar, and in Kali Yug, Kalimala Eka Pradhan. Only one remains in the age of Kali Yug. Dan. Ye na ke na vididine u dan karai kalyan. There is no truthfulness, no satya, no daya, no compassion. There is of course no shout, no purity in thought. तो एक है भैया, एक दान। दान में कम कलौ युगे। Manusji Maharaj, the lawmaker, says in Manusmriti, in the age of Kali Yuga, there's only one dharma. Dan. Do dan. Shri Krishna speaks about dan also in Gita, chapter 17, verse 19, 20, 21, around there. You want to hear about dan, you can read. Very important. Deshe kale cha patre cha tadanam satvikam smitam. Chapter 17, verse 20. This one line. That yes, we have to give dan, but patra ke anusar. According to the vessel where you give the dan, that's the fruit you're going to get. So dan is very important. So how much dan, when we have given dan, we get that come back as wealth. That's why it's so important. Don't be so miserly. Ye kanjus mat karo. I work, my money, I am not giving anybody. No, aisa mat socho. Ye Bhagwan ne diya. Everything we have, Bhagwan. Data ikram. We sing the bhajan, eh? Data ikram. Bhikari sari duniya. Data ikram. We sing. This bhajan we sing. We love to sing that God, Shri Ram, Bhagwan is the only Data. Ikram. He is the giver and benefactor alone of everyone. Everything belongs to Bhagwan. All bhikari sari duniya. And we all bhikari, beggars. How can a beggar own anything? Yet this abhiman, my house, my motor car, my bank balance. My. This is a maya. Jo mera, tera. Don't have ownership. Bhagwan has given you. We are just custodians of Bhagwan's property and make good use of it. Use it in the right way. But do not be the owner. Do not make ownership. So, Ayu karma cha vittam cha vidya. How much knowledge will come easily? Nidhanameva cha. The moment we'll die and how we will die is determined the moment the child is conceived in the womb of the mother. And no one can change that. And where does destiny come from? Kahan se aati hai? Narad ji says to Himalaya, in the Ramayana, Narad ji is saying to Himalaya, the father of Parvati, he says, सहिमवंत सुनु, जो विधि लिखा लीलार, हो रामा जो विधि लिखा लीलार। देव दनुज नर नाग मुनि, को न मेट निहार, हो रामा को न मेट निहार। सियावर रामचंद्र कर जय शरणम, शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। Narad ji, the great saint Narad is saying, Kaha munis himavant sunu, hey Himalay suno, listen. Jo vidhi likha lilar. Whatever has been written in our destiny, who writes the destiny? Vidhi. Vidhi means Brahma, the creator. Uchar mukh, his forehead. The creator. Aur kaha likhte? Where does he write it? Lilar, lalat, bhal, on the forehead. And where does it come from? Purva janma kritam karma tad devamiti kathyate hitopadesh. Bhagwan gives us free will. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu bhurmate sangostva karmani. Chapter 2 verse 47 Gita. Shri Krishna says, Bhaiya, listen. I give you free will. Karm karne ka adhikar sabko dete. I give you the right to perform action. In other words, free will. Do whatever you want. Acha karo, bura karo. Do good, do bad, do mixture. But I don't give you the right to determine the fruit. Bhagwan says, I reserve that right. You do whatever you want. I will give the fruit. You do good action, I will give you good fruit. You do bad action, I'll give you bad fruit. So God, the actions we perform in any lifetime, due to the free will that God has given to us, in that lifetime it is called Purusharth. Purusharth. Fruit-bearing action. Only human beings can do Purusharth. That changes to, the name changes to Bhagya, predestination in the next lifetime. In other words, we are the maker of our destiny. Don't blame anyone on anything when things happen to you. When everything is good, we don't blame anybody. Huh? You win the lotto, you have a good time, you pass here, oh, jai ho, oh, jai ho. You're so happy. But when things happen bad, oh, you want to blame neighbor, you want to blame this one. No, no. The one who's given the fruit is Bhagavan. And it is due to the actions that we have performed. Humne kiya. That we should not blame anyone. Should not blame anyone. And if you're a true devotee, if you're a true devotee and you love Bhagavan, and you think the one who's given the fruit is Bhagavan, the one I love, whereas good fruit or bad fruit, Bhagavan is given. This is prasad. Ye prasad. Then you will enjoy it, whether good or bad. This is what Bhagavan Shri Ram says to Shabari in the Ramayana. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. अष्टम जथा लाभ संतोषा सपने हूँ नहीं देख ही पर दोषा। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम
जय राम।
Bhagwan is outlining Navdha Bhakti to Shabari, his great devotee. And he says, Ashtama Jatha Labha Santosha. O Shabari, the 8th type of bhakti, devotion, is to be contented, whether in gain or loss. But ye bhakt kar sakte, this a devotee can do, because one devotee realizes he has the knowledge, whatever happens to me is a consequence of the actions I have performed. Number one. Number two, the one who is given the fruit is Bhagwan, whom I love. So everything he gives is prasad. वो भक्त लेंगे प्रसाद. वो भक्त ही कर सकते, only भक्त, true devotee can do this. A devotee is, look, that's why we should not blame anyone when things happen. So knowing this, Arjun, knowing this, that the soul, the body is going to finish one day, it's already determined. So whatever has been destined is written in the forehead by Brahma, Deva Danuja Naranaga Muni. No Devata, no celestial God, no Rakshas, no human being, no Rishi Muni, no one. Naraji is saying very clear in the Ramayana, no one can change that. So here Shri Krishna says, it's already determined who's going to die and who's not going to die. Why are you worried about that? Ye sharir nahi, this body is not, no one is die by this body. If I'm the body, then I die. Dekho, we come in this world. How do we come? What do we bring when we come here? Do we bring anything? We come with something, karma. But we come alone. And how are we going to go leave? We're going to leave alone. There's no one know that. We're here for a few days, devotees. Don't have this guman, this abhiman. We're not here forever. Which moment we can go, no one knows. Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela. Do din ki zindagi hai, do din ka mela. Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela. दो दिन की जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला. We do so much for everyone in this world. महल बनाते हैं, we build house, we do so much. कितना किया, but no one thinks about anybody else except their own happiness. सब अपना मतलब. They think about their own happiness. ये सारा जग है पराया. Everyone, the true relation is with Bhagwan, as we said in the beginning. जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाया, मतलब के यार सारे सभी है पराया. जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाया, मतलब के यार सारे दुनिया के सारे. काहे को अगम के जग में, काहे को तो आया जग में. क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से डरना. जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाया, मतलब के यार सारे सभी है पराया. जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाया, मतलब के यार सारे सभी है पराया, इनके लिए है कितना तूने दुख झेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेल, आए भी अकेला,
आए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
Why have we come in this world? कभी सोचो, do we think why I have come in this world and what do I have to do? Why I have come here and what do I have to do? Do we ever think about doing the right thing? Neki karm. Be afraid of this world, devotee. बहुत डरो ये माया से. Be afraid. Don't throw yourself into paap, into the fire of paap, sin. Be very careful. काहे को तू आया जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से डरना। काहे को तू आया जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से डरना। पाप की अगन में खुद को काहे को धकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला,
जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
हाँ, हरि के शरण में जाओ, टेक शेल्टर इन द लोटस फीट ऑफ द लॉर्ड, और ध्यान लगाओ, मेडिटेट ऑन द लॉर्ड, डू हिज भक्ति। जीवन, you don't know if you're going to get this human birth again and again. ये बार बार नहीं मिलते. You have gotten this most wonderful opportunity. So think, ये काले जगत का सारा, ये खेल है, खेल भगवान का खेल है. It is his play, his खेल. Don't get confused and make this yours. हरि की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगाए, जीवन मिले या फिर ले, जीवन को पाले।
हरि की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ले, जीवन को पाले।
ओ खेल के जगत का सारा उसी में है खेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारे, ओ dear one. The writers say, no, very dear one. This zindagi is a jhutha sapna. It's like a bad dream, a false dream. Gairo ki duniya. This world is a world of, we're all prisoners here. We have to be free. The doctor comes to cure us. If we listen, we can become free. नहीं कोई, don't make anyone anything yours. और सबके रहे होते, being with everyone and everything in this world, know that you are alone, that you are going to come alone and you will have to leave alone. ये जिंदगी है प्यारे एक झूठा सपना, गैरों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना।
ये जिंदगी है प्यारे एक झूठ सपना, गैरों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना।
सबके रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी
है, 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला.
We're here for a few days. Nobody knows. Huh? ये कब टिकट कट जाएगा? When the ticket will cut? Nobody knows. Realize the reality of this world. Realize who you are. और फिर आगे भगवान कहते हैं, यम एनम वेति हंतारम यश्चैनम मन्यते हतम उभाव ताउ न विजानी तो नायम हंति न हन्यते. Chapter 2 verse 19 Geeta. उभाव ताउ न विजानीति. Bhagavan Krishna is saying to Arjun here, both of these people are ignorant. ये दोनों अज्ञानी हैं. Both of them. ये न कुछ नहीं जानते. They don't have knowledge. They don't know. ये कौन है ये दो लोग? Who are these two people? ये बताओ कौन है? अब ये सुनो कि एनम वेति हंतारम. The one who thinks the soul can kill is a killer. ये कोई किसी को मार सकते. The one who is thinking the soul can kill. और एनम मन्यते हतम. And the one who thinks that the soul can be killed. ये मर जाएंगे. Both of these are ignorant. They don't know anything. ये कुछ नहीं जानते क्योंकि because the soul neither kills nor can be killed. It neither slays nor can it be. It is the same forever. इसमें कुछ बदलते नहीं है. It's always the same. It always remains the same. So it does not change. अब एक बहुत सुंदर श्लोक आया. बहुत सुंदर. दूसरे अध्याय 20वें श्लोक. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Very beautiful श्लोक of Gita. Chapter 2 verse 20. All of us should know this shlok by heart. Very important. Learn it. This one shlok, learn. Bhagwan is telling us about the soul Atma. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. The Jivatma, the individual soul, does not take birth. Na jayate, na mriyate, nor does it die. Nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, ajanma. It is unborn, eternal, sanatan, most ancient, Puran, and indestructible. It is not destroyed even when the body is destroyed. It's very important. ये शरीर मर जाते हैं, इसका नाश होते हैं. This body, as I said, it takes birth. It has a beginning, so it has an end. Body is made of 5 elements. When you go to the cremation ground, or you go to the burial ground, the priest will say, air to space, air to air, fire to fire, water to water, earth to earth. Let all the elements return to the respective places. Even in the fire. We let all, because soul is not there. वो जीव गया. You know, when someone dies, what do we say? 4 o'clock this morning. 4 o'clock this morning. Mary, let me use a Hindu name. मल चला गया. और माल थी, or Mati, many names. Malti chali gayi. She left the world at 4 o'clock this morning. So now the question you ask, ye gayi, Malti gayi, sansar, she left the world at 4 o'clock. Why is everyone going to see her? Ye kya dekhne? Kyun dekhne ja rahe sab log? Why is everyone going to see her? So you ask, you tell the people who are going, why you just said she left the world at 4 o'clock this morning. What you're going to, she left, we're going to see her body, Mati. Ab dekho, so knowledgeable you have become at that time. वो माटी देखने जा रहे. Mati means dirt. Mati देखने. But do you know the one who has left the body at 4 o'clock this morning? Do you know who is that? No, I don't know. Then you're pagal. You're mad. 2 words we don't like to hear. Someone call us mad and someone call us foolish. Foolish. Murkh. In Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, Udho asked Shri Krishna, who is the greatest fool? Ye sabse bada murkh kaun hai? Who is the greatest fool? And Shri Krishna replied and said, one who doesn't know who he is, who she is, he is the greatest fool. Ye sabse bada murkh. Now tell me, don't we fall in that category? Huh? How do you define someone as being mad, insane, pagal? He who does not know who they are, they do not know who their mother and father is, they do not know right from wrong, they do not know where their home is. We say that person is mad, pagal, crazy, send him, put him in sentence, in the mental asylum. Crack, gaya. Oh, okay. Now someone go to ask you, who are you? Who am I? I am Naresh. I am Nandini. Nandini? Naresh? But that's your name. I'm not asking what is your name. I'm asking who are you? Oh, okay. I'm a teacher, doctor, an engineer, garbage man. Hare bhaiya, that's your job. Naukri hai. I'm not asking, ye naukri, kya naukri karte hai? What work you do? I'm asking, who are you? Oh, okay. I am a Trinidadian, Guyanese, Venezuelan, American, Indian, Trinidadian. That's your nationality, Desh hai. I'm not asking which country you belong to. I'm asking, who are you? Oh, I'm a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, a Buddhist, a Jain. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, but that's ye dharm, ye aapka dharm, this is your dharm, your religion. I never ask what is your religion. I'm asking who are you? Oh, I'm a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya. But this is your caste. I'm not asking which caste you belong to. I'm asking who are you? Aap kaun hai? Oh, I am a human being. Human being? Manav who? Manav, Manushya. By looking at you, I can see we have the body of a human being. Sharir hai. This body of human being, and not a donkey or a cat or dog, but this body belongs to us. This body belongs to us. Just as someone says, this is my house. Whose house is this? My house. Whose Muruka is that? My Muruka. Whose body? My body. My head is hurting me, my body is paining, so my body. So just as no one will ever say, I am the house, or I am the Muruka, then how do we say, I am the body? When body belongs to me. Just as the house belongs to me, the Muruka belongs to me, the bank balance. I'm not the bank balance, I'm not the house, I'm not the Muruka. In the same way, this body belongs to me. It is my body, but whatever belongs to me is not me. Then what am I? I am the soul, Atma, Jivatma. This is a lesson. This is what Sri Krishna is trying to make Arjun understand. And the soul never takes birth. Na jayate. Nor does it die. Na mriyate. Nor having come into existence. Everywhere is saying the same thing. Gya gyau dva vaja visha nisha vaja hyeka bhokti bhogyata yukta anantaschatma vishwarupo hyakarta tayam yada vindate brahma me tat. Shweta Shutaropanishad chapter 1 verse 9. Dwa aj gya gyau dwa vaja. This Ved mantra is saying both God, Paramatma, and Jivatma, the individual soul, we people, we are Aj. Aj means unborn, eternal, beginningless. Never had a beginning, will never have an end. God is not senior to us. Have you ever seen a parent and a child be in the same age? You see a guy walking down the street and he has a boy next to him, somebody. And both are the same age. And you ask the guy, who's the fella walking next to you? He's my son. And how old is he? We are both the same age. Bakwas? Impossible? Impossible for us in the world. The worldly body. When it comes to Bhagavan, who we really are, the soul and Bhagavan, ever since Bhagavan have existed, we, the Jivatma, the individual soul, have existed. Somebody were to ask you, from whence have you been in existence? The answer would be, I have been in existence ever since God has been there. From whence God has been in existence, He has been in existence ever since I have existed. From whence had both you and God been in existence? We have both been in existence even when time didn't exist. From beginningless time. Because first God came and then creation. Baad mein Shrishti. So from beginningless time, we have been rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. All because of that ignorance. Not knowing who we are. One of the most important lessons in the Gita, Shri Krishna is trying to make Arjuna understand that you are not the body, you are the soul, the Atma. That's why you should go and fight. You cannot kill anyone, nor can anyone be killed. You, the soul, the Atma, cannot kill anyone. Nor can any soul be killed. Because we are all soul. Ye jeev hai. Knowing that, you should not grieve, Arjun. Be wise, Arjun. So the first knowledge that we need to understand and know, Main kaun hu? Who am I? This knowledge is very important. The person who realizes this knowledge, last night I was at the mandir, the Shiv Jyoti Mandir, in Last Numas number 1. And this was a lecture. That someone just realizing who am I. I mentioned that there were 2 Mayas. This question was asked by Lakshman. Bhagwan, Sri Ram and Lakshman one day were sitting in Chitrakoot during the banishment, 14 years. Lakshman saw a good opportunity. Let me ask the Lord the question. For the benefit of the world. Lakshman is none different from Sri Ram. Bhagwan became 4. Chaturbhyu. Ek Bhagwan. It's not different. Therefore, Leela, divine pastime. So Lakshman, he questions, what is the Maya? And Bhagwan said to him,
तेहि कर भेद सुनाहु तुम दो, विद्या अपर अविद्या दो। जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
Bhagwan replied to Lakshman and said, Tehi kar bhed sunahu tum do, vidya apara avidya do. Lakshman, there are two kinds of Maya, two forms of Maya. One is Vidya Maya, one is Avidya Maya. I went in detail last night, no one going into so much detail here. Maya has three qualities, three gunas. Tribhir gunamaya bhave rebhi sarvam vidam jagat mohitam na abhijanati mame bhya param avyayam. Chapter 7 verse 13, Geeta 1:3. Three qualities. Tribhir gunamaya bhave. Tribhir gun. Three qualities, three gunas. Sattva gun, rajo gun, tamo gun. So Sattva gun alone, that is Vidya Maya. And Rajo gun plus Tamo gun, that is Avidya Maya. Very briefly, what does these two Maya do? Very briefly.
एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके, प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बलता के। बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम, तो बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम। एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा, जा बस जीव परो भव कूपा। बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम, ओ बोलो राम 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 ओ राजा राम राम राम।
हाँ, एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके, प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बलता के। One Maya, Vidya Maya, Sattu Guni Maya, creates the world. Jag, the world we see around us. Mountains, valleys, trees, birds, animals, human beings, ocean, etc. Not by itself, Maya cannot do anything. Maya is Jad, enough, non-conscious. Prabhu Prerit nahi nij balata ke. Through the inspiration of Bhagwan, Maya creates the world. And one Maya, Avidya Maya, ek dusht atisay dukh rupa, jabas jiva paro bhavakupa. One Maya, Vidya Maya, governs us, the individual soul, has made us forgotten who we are. From beginningless time, as I told you, we have turned our backs because we have forgotten who we are. And because of our Vidya Maya, we have forgotten who we are, identifying with it. So we are thrown into this bhavakoop, this Maya, this ocean of suffering. We can come out. We can come out. But as the bhajan said, Hari ki sharan ho ja, dhyan lagaye, Surrender yourself to the lotus feet of the Lord. Meditate on Bhagwan. Do bhakti. We can come out of this bhava coop. We can be released. So the first knowledge, realizing that I am the soul, the Atma. I am not the body. This body belongs to me. Very valuable, because only in the body, this human body, we can do bhakti. We can do that which is required to come out of this bhava coop. That's why even devatas are praying and begging to get this. Only in this we can do purusharth. Only in this we can become free from the maya. So the first knowledge, realizing that I am the soul, the Atma. We'll continue from there in the next path. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Again, I'd like to give my humblest pranam and most honest and humblest of thanks to all of you who have attended, to Radio Jagrati and TV Jagrati, 106.1 FM, and of course, Bhakti TV, of course, Pandit Satyananda Maharaj. At 106.1 we have Bhai Chris, and then we have Bhai Bimal at the control of Radio Jagrati and TV Jagrati. Well, thank you very much for coming and taking this live out that so many can benefit. I want to give an invitation on behalf of Panditji also, Pandit Chaitram Maharaj, who is hosting this Geeta Path in honor of his memory of his departed mom, to bless her in this way that she can cross some great difficulties that she's going to come at this time in her passage. So he's honoring his mom in this way. So I want to, on behalf of Panditji, to invite you to come and attend. You can see us also on TV, on Bhakti TV, on TV Jagrati, etc. You can hear us on the radio. But there's something special when you come live here. So I want to thank all of you who are listening out there on social media, on TV, etc. My humblest pranam to all of you. Please continue with us for the next 2 nights, and then we'll finish on Saturday. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Of course, I want to not forget the Pandits. Pandit Anand ji here with us. We're very blessed to have Pandit ji, Pandit Satyanand Maharaj. Any other Pandit, I don't know if they're here. Of course, Pandit Chaitram Maharaj. Pandit ji told me many Pandits will come in. For now, I'm seeing this. And all of you devotees who are here, thank you very much. At this time, what we do, we are